Burn. I played that in a week where the ritual of fire started, which is a tribute to Baal, which runs all the way through to May the 1st and Baal Tain Day. Bel means Baal and ritual sacrifice. Tain means to hold or bind. So you are bound to Baal Day. All dress up, look like prats and dance around the maypole now. Jeez. Only people realise what they're actually celebrating with these holy days. Oh dear. So the Notre-dam cathedral goes up in flames during a so-called reconstruction process after certain religious trinkets have been removed from that particular section prior, almost like they knew something would happen. But ironies end not there. Another fire event happened 6 years to the day with the Boston Marathon bombing, but that's just a coincidence. Abraham Lincoln was fired at and assassinated on the same day. April 15th is recognised back in the UK as a soccer tragedy event where 96 soccer supporters died attending a match on the same date back in 1989. And 107 years to the day, the Titanic, or the Olympic, sank as it split in two and went into the water like a giant spire. Emphasis deliberate. Now that event, with anti-Federal Reserve people on board that ship, signalled the death knell of America financially. One wonders what this week's church event symbolises. As of writing this piece on Tuesday, and now I believe it's over $1 billion, $902 million have been raised for the building's demise. It's funny, those same people will not put that amount in to save people's lives, isn't it? Well, it's not funny, actually. It's all about marketing, you see, for these billionaires who have put funds into that church. Billionaire Francois Henry Pinault, chairman and CEO of the Kering Group that owns Gucci and Yves Saint Laurent fashion brands. He pledged €100 million, which is about $113 million. Another €200 million, which is about $226 million, was pledged by Bernard Arnault family and their company LVMH, which is a business empire which includes Louis Vuitton. I don't know whether I said that correct. It's a pile of crap anyway. And Sephora, which according to Reuters, which is run by the CIA, I might add, they've put €200 million in. The French cosmetic giant L'Oreal and its founder Bettencourt family are promised to give another €200 million, $226 million. Now there's an industry which is a total waste of space. The perfume industry. Using all kinds of heinous animal testing to make people smell good, apparently. I wonder how many people know that Musk is a rat. Charging vast sums in a small bottle that resembles a pea sampler, and people buy this shit. You know, the clue is in the name. Eau de toilette. Toilet water. Aka piss. Then you have Total, the French oil giants, who have pledged €100 million also. But how about pledging that 902 million to the French people? These people are complete parasites. Or pledging $902 million to other people around the world who have no food. You know, you can't eat a bloody church, for source sake. It's utter madness. Now, my own personal suspicion of this event is twofold. The first one is money laundering. Why? Because the cabal cannot transfer large amounts in ways they used to. And so they're using events like this to launder and raise funds for their ventures. Also using the general public to chip in as well and continue to stay in the game a bit longer. Now, whether this was a planned cabal event or not, this event has shocked the French psyche. Like 9/11 shocked Americans, of which it took them over a decade to wake up from. One wonders what effect it will have on the burgeoning Yellow Vest movement with this type of national event unfolding. What new laws will be enacted that will take people's rights away, which follows all of these major events. 1666, the Fire of London brought the Sesquiquivir Act in. The Reichstag fire brought in all kinds of acts in Germany. And 9/11 brought in the Patriot Act. It's a common theme once you see the patterns. Now, one of the links about the fire was on Facebook, and I clicked on it, and I ended up on a Facebook page of Paul Joseph Watson's. He of Alex Jones fame, or infamy, depending on your perspective. Now, Jones has clearly had a certain effect on Watson and his followers, though, in some of the worst anti-Muslim rhetoric I've ever seen. All blame it on the Muslims. The Muslims did it. Really? Says who? Did the Muslims remove all the artefacts before it went on fire as well? Now, Watson, along with Jones, are both working with a pre-prepared script from their paymasters. And those two are beyond stupid at this point. You can't say you're all awake and can't see the illusion planted or the plants. Albert Pike told you all back in 1888 that World War III will be between the Christians and the Muslims, although Go Ogle has decided to change that. That's the Muslims against the Jews. No, that's not what was said. But remember, those two religions, Christian and Muslim, were both religions that stemmed from the Hebrew, Talmud, Torah. They are derivatives of that religion. All pre-planned, you see. And followers of Watson are clearly being taken for a ride with that type of rhetoric. Because if war breaks out between the Christians and the Muslims and they destroy each other, who conveniently is left? The cult of Ra, Hebrew Israelites. Quit with the anti-Muslim rhetoric. Think different.